Hey Aries, what's up? Welcome to your reading. Alright Aries, now what I'm getting here is this, on this person's mind, somewhere somehow here, I feel this person is going through a transformation. I feel this person here has been very guarded towards you all this while. They had their guards up, but now they're letting their guards down. They're no longer being defensive about themselves. Clarify the Seven of Wands in reverse. Exactly. This person out here has a lot of love for you guys. This person loves you a lot. Okay, keep that in mind. I don't see them taking any action towards you. Yes, I do see them wanting to get out of that remorse and regret where they thought something was a missed opportunity. They're ready to make you an offer. They're ready to receive an offer here. Okay, if they were in that negative mind zone all this while where they felt that, something's just not working out or something is just impossible to work out, they're now thinking about it. Okay. All right. There is, like I said, there is a huge transformation going on out here. There's a certain change approach. Okay. There's a change, a drastic, profound change in the way they are approaching you, approaching the situation, approaching the person, approaching their belief system. Let's see. Clarify the Death. So yeah, I do feel for a lot of you there could be chances that you have ended things with this person out here. The only reason you ended things with this person out here is probably because things were very in and out with this person. This person was non-committal. This person out here was very inconsistent. Okay. So I do feel for a lot of you, you are letting this person go. Okay. But this person out here is coming off as someone out here who's just, the moment you let them go is when they're wanting to think about you very seriously. They're thinking about you very seriously. But on your end, Aries, I do feel that there is a change. Okay, you have been trying to resist this change for a very long time. Okay, and now all of a sudden there's this sudden drastic change in the way you're thinking about things and your mindset, where you need this transformation and this connection, or you are transforming yourself. Okay, and you're choosing to end something that is no longer serving you. Like I said, in their intentions, they want a brand new beginning with you, although you have ended things with them. Okay. Ace of Wands. Yeah, they want to set things right with you. You know what the problem here is? They're not putting in the work. Okay. All this while, they haven't put in the work in this connection out here. All right. Why is that? Even though they want to set things right with you, they want a brand new beginning in love with you, they want to make things fair. But the problem here is their attitude to approach you is still in that energy where I'm not in that giving energy. I want all the perks of the relationship, but I don't want to get, I don't want to take up the responsibilities. They're very focused on themselves, guys. They're very focused on their work, their career, their goals, their financial growth, their societal growth. They're all about me. But you know what? It's like I want that exact recipe, okay? Where I want this much from you. I give you this much. I don't give you the commitment, but I want you to keep giving me that emotional fulfillment, and we're just happy. We're not happy. They're happy. So that's somewhat very selfish, okay? So that's something you need to keep in mind. They want another new beginning with you. Another new beginning with you, okay? All right, let's see. Do they have the potential to be the one? I don't see that yet. Clarify the Strength in reverse. They're not even putting in the work, guys. How are they going to have the potential? They're copping out from hard work. That's someone either who's very egoistic or someone out here who's surrendering too fast. They know that if they want to make things work out between you both, they have to put in their all. But they're not doing that. Clarify the Strength in reverse. Giving in too easily. See? They want to invest into this connection, but they try to take the shortcut. That's what the problem is. They know that in order for them to come towards you and make things right, in order for them to get this connection in a place where things are balanced, where you guys can grow together as a couple, there is a certain decision that they need to make. There is something that they're repeating a negative cycle. Okay, they're being indecisive. They're repeating the same cycle. Their inner calling is what is being ignored. There is that lack of being assertive, well, yes, I want this and I will do whatever it takes to make this commitment work out or to make this relationship work out with Aries. Instead of doing that, I feel that this person here is trying to find peace and harmony out here, okay, or just trying to, run away from the conflict or run away from making things right rather than solving it, okay. And honestly, this is not something that they don't know. They know what they're doing. They're just very outright trying to ignore it. Now, is there a possibility of a commitment? 100%. Like I said, this person out here, there are two things. Sometimes someone is just not capable to commit to you, so you just let it go, Sometimes what the problem is that the person is very capable to commit to you, but they don't want to put in the hard work. That's what hurts the most, and that's exactly what's happening here. 100% they have the possibility of a commitment. There is a possibility of a commitment here, but is there potential? They're not putting in the potential. That's what the problem is. What's the Emperor? See, that's what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting. This person out here is, they need to release something. They need to come to a point where whatever they're holding back, I feel this person out here is very guarded, okay. They are at a point where they are, all this while they were not ready to invest emotionally. They are blocking their heart chakra, okay. But from the time there has been an ending between you both out here, I feel this person's transforming. They are transforming, whether you see it or not, Aries. They're releasing everything that they were holding on to, because somehow when you're holding on to things, you realize the moment you release it, that's the only thing that was going to help you, okay. The only thing that they're not doing is they're not communicating this with you. They're not being logical. Logically, if they could, they would come towards you and tell you what the truth is. That, what, I'm ready to work on this. But because they're not ready to work on this, because they're being indecisive, because they're not taking that action, is why they're coming off as non-committal. Okay. What are the blockages? Now, for a lot of you, I feel the challenge could be physical distance. Maybe you guys are at a distance. Maybe you guys, live in different cities, different countries, and the long distance relationship could be an issue. For the others of you, if distance is not a problem, I feel this person just lacks the willingness. Strength in reverse. They lack that inner strength, that fortitude, that power in them, that bold, brave move, that courage in them to tame the situation in a very non-impulsive way. By toning it down, how sometimes you try to argue with someone, right? One person's screaming on top of the lungs. The other person isn't screaming, but their tone is so stern, so firm, right? You automatically mellow down. That's something that they're not doing. I feel this person is screaming here. They're not trying to be assertive and firm about it. What's the Chariot? They lack self-discipline. What's the Chariot? This person needs to take control of the situation, which is the biggest problem out here. See, they keep running away. They keep running away. They don't have confidence, guys. This person out here lacks the confidence out here. That's one thing I'm getting. The second thing I'm getting here is that this person out here, yes, there is a lot of opportunities here, okay, where this person can make things right with you, okay. Even though the opportunities are very small and you may, just figure it out as a very, very small mini opportunity. But honestly, I mean, there is good chemistry here, okay. This is someone out here who, they lack patience. That's one thing I'm getting here, okay? And this person tends to procrastinate a lot. They tend to procrastinate a lot. And because this person is probably very insecure, they lack the confidence out here. That is one thing out here, which is a blockage out here. Distance, like I get for a lot of you. For the others of you, I feel this person here is scared of being emotionally vulnerable. They're running from their emotions instead of investing into them. So there's a lack of emotional discipline. There's a lack of emotional balance in this person's energies right now. Okay, which is why this is a big blockage out here. Now, what's going on behind the scenes? What's going on behind the scenes? 1 second. The Fool out here. Clarify the Fool. Now, this is taking a risk. What's the Fool here? Clarify the Fool here. Yeah. What's going on is that this person out here, there is going to be some truth revealed about this person. If it hasn't been revealed, it is about to be revealed because this is what you don't see coming, all right? This person out here is very guilty. They're coming back towards you, wanting to apologize to you, wanting to take a leap of faith with you. Why? because they can't wait anymore. Now, for a lot of you, I need to warn you that this is someone out here who is not coming towards you with a long-term solution. They're coming in with a quick fix. Okay, like, hey, you know what? I'm sorry. Whatever happened. Can we just talk again? Can we just do what we kept doing all this while? Let's forget about the commitment. But can we just please be together? That's what I'm getting. Okay. So this is someone here with the Fool. This is an energy which is just someone who does not, who goes with the flow. All right. So that's what they're doing. That's what's going on behind the scenes. They're wanting to go with the flow out here. Even though there is a potential of a commitment out here, this person won't do it. The reason they won't do it is because they're just not thinking logically right now. They're not making that affirmative decision that is supposed to be made. Okay, that is a major decision that this person needs to make. Okay, and now is the time to let their head lead the way, but they're not doing it. Okay, they're just all about their ego. They're all about their swords are up to fight, arguments, okay, manipulation, etc. They are not having a straightforward approach towards you. Okay, they're not speaking the truth, and they're very attached. Your advice is the King of Cups. Why is that? Your advice is to stay emotionally very balanced. Why is the King of Cups here? Don't get driven. King of Cups. Stay emotionally balanced. Okay. Two more cards. Two more cards for King of Cups. Why is the King of Cups' advice here? Okay. Yep. If you want to avoid a disaster, my friends, you have got to be emotionally balanced. This is not the time for you to be overly emotional. This is not the time for you to be all over the place out here. You need to master your emotions, buddy. This person's coming back again. Alright? The same person who's been non-committal, the same person out here who's been in and out of your life, they're coming back again. Okay? To sweep you off your feet. There's a lot of passion. There's a lot of sex. There's a lot of sexual attraction out here. But it's again coming back with the in and out. Okay, and the only thing I see out here is that they're being impatient. Okay, so you need to keep that in mind. Now, the reason why the universe is asking you to stay emotionally balanced is because this is a situation where you've had a fallout. Okay, things have not worked out between you both because something stopped giving you the happiness that it used to. Okay, there was a disaster out here. There was a breakup out here. Why? Because you guys were not on the same page, and secondly, something was built on false promises or something was built on a shaky foundation, which is why it's asking you to not be sensitive. Don't be don't be emotionally upset. Don't give up to this person's drama. Okay, don't be the victim out here. Oh, this was done to me. No, nothing was done to you. This is the time when you need to be very, very mature emotionally. Okay, and this is what is your advice because things haven't worked out for you before, so keep that in mind. Nine of Wands is the outcome out here. Are you going to be happy? This is what the question I had asked instead of the likely outcome, but okay. Are you going to be happy with this person? With the Knight of Wands here, I'd say a flat no, at least for now. At least for now, because this person is still not ready for commitment. Clap for the Knight of Wands. Try for the Knight of Wands. With me, it's always going to be no sugarcoat, okay? Because I want to give you guys the truth. Knight of Wands. Although it is a general reading, I don't want to just bullshit. What's the Knight of Wands? Yes. Now, the reason why person's coming back is because you are their wish fulfillment. They got nowhere to go. There is no one that compares to you. You make them very happy. They're emotionally very content when they're around you. They're still coming back, but there is no action. Action, when I say action, it means there is no forward movement when it comes towards this. They know they screwed up, okay? They know that this was an empty victory out here. There is a lot of regret here, okay? But they're still coming back around here. They're still coming back around with that on and off energy. So if they come back here, there is no need for you to get very excited. Okay? I'm not trying to break your heart. I'm just trying to tell you. But when this person comes back, just don't get overwhelmed. Okay? Don't get overwhelmed out here. Well, yeah. That's what I have for you. Alright? Hope this reading resonates. And do leave your comments below. Like, share, subscribe. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.